Good evening and a warm welcome, everyone, to my talk show, Tell-It at Suvi's Power Meet, in collaboration with Brand You Here. Namaskar, Sri Arjun ji. Oh, very, very warm welcome to our eminent guests today. That's Sri Arjun, who is the founder of SAT Technology, that's SAT Technology, which is an intense program to upgrade the level of your consciousness. And it is also to bring peace, stability, harmony on our beautiful planet. And we have Sri Arjunji with us, who has been working, and he's only working towards this. So a very, very, very warm welcome, Sri Arjun. Very warm welcome, Ji.
Welcome. Thank you.
And so before I start, I have to tell everyone, all the viewers who are watching us, uh, the way I met Sri Arjunji was months ago when the entire world was in lockdown, and I had started this online Antakshri, and Sri Arjunji had come on one of my such sessions, and that's how I had met him. But today, something that Sri Arjun shared with me, I felt such an amazing connect, which was absolutely brilliant. I think that's so important for any and every relationship. So, with your permission, maybe start a conversation, Sri Arjun.
Yes.
So, uh, as what I was talking about, I want you to tell everybody how the connect happened between us. I just happened to ask him, very innocently asked him a question, what he thinks about uh, what is the best way a married couple should live their lives, and this is the answer he gave. So, can you please tell us that?
I told you, I am the wrong person to answer this question. You are asking the wrong person. Still, I will say
Yeah,
surrendering to
yeah,
each other
yeah.
should be there. Without surrendering, without devotion to each other,
Nothing.
nothing will work out.
Yes, yes. So true.
From the
So
deeper of the
true.
heart, the deeper of the from the deeper of the heart, core of the heart, that
Yeah,
devotion, that surrendering should be there.
right. Right.
Otherwise, it doesn't work. No.
Right. Absolutely. So, I think this is such a wonderful learning for all of us present here. And I think that's so important in any and every relationship that we share, that we need to surrender. And thank you, Sri Arjunji, for that. So, I would really like to know, when did Sri Arjun start his journey in this world of the being
Uh,
in the consciousness?
you see, I am from the legacy of Arvind Ghosh, saint, the great saint of 20th century. Arvind Ghosh,
Mhm.
uh, Yogananda, Anandada, and Vishnu Ghosh. They are the great saints of independent India. So spread they spread the awareness of consciousness. Arvind Ghosh, especially
Right.
Arvind Ghosh, he was the maestro.
Mm,
He was the maestro
mm,
of consciousness, maestro in one sense. So I am
Right.
from that legacy. I was born in Calcutta, but brought up under the shadow of my guru from the
Right.
early age, at the age of 3.
Okay.
Huh. Since the age of my 3,
Mm.
I brought up under the shadow of my guru Ananda.
Right. Right.
He
Right.
taught me every details of
Mm.
consciousness, that Arjun,
Mm.
without consciousness,
Mm.
you cannot survive. Survive in a sense, in a in a divine way, not in a
Right.
mat race, not you are earning money, not in that sense.
Right.
If you
Right.
want to connect with the upper dimension of life, there are many
Right.
layers of existence. There
Right.
are many layers. Now,
Right.
with the common medical people, we are trapped in three
Right.
dimensions of consciousness. We are
Right.
sleeping, we are eating, and we
Eating.
are acting, waking. So there are three mediocre animal consciousness: sleeping, dreaming, and awakening. But there are other dimension,
Mm.
fourth. That
Mm.
is the junction point of consciousness, upper layer, transcendental level of consciousness. If you touch that domain, Arjun, you can get everything you wish. You can do any kind you want to do from that
Right.
level. But for that, you don't need any effort. Without any effort, you can do that. But what is happening now? There are lots of hard work. You are slogging day and night, and after that, you are getting the minimum result, minimum
Right.
outcome. And with that
Right.
minimum result, minimum outcome, there are lots of unwanted things in your life.
Right.
If you
Right.
are working on that level, no
Mm-hmm.
unwanted things will come in your life. It is very
Right.
spontaneous.
Mm-hmm.
So he taught me everything since the
Right.
age of 3. Since the age of 3, but at the age of 3, it is not possible to learn all these things. But when I was
Right.
10th standard, 11th, 12th standard in the college life,
Right.
so then I imbibed everything within
Yeah.
me.
That's great.
In that
That's
way, my
fantastic.
journey
Yeah.
started.
And then you chose to lead a secluded life,
Yeah, I was
Sri Arjun ji.
more than 30 years.
Right.
I lived a very secluded life.
Right.
No connection, uh, no connection. Only in a monastery. My guru had a
Right.
monastery in a Canning, Calcutta. Small monastery. I used to be there. I used to stay
Mm-hmm.
there,
Mm-hmm.
and I spent Sufi Sant also. I
Mm-hmm.
spent 1 year in Sufi Sant. I used to live in forest, in the
Right.
open forest, and we used to beg door to door for
Mm-hmm. Food.
survival, for food,
Yes. Yes.
and we used to dance on the bank of the river,
Right.
praying the Almighty. We used to take the world and praying the Almighty. That kind of that way my journey started.
Right. Right. And then now you've come to our world to really make a difference. And that's only thanks to a few disciples who said that
There
no,
are few disciples, especially Ila Javeri.
you-
You know her.
yes.
She tried her best,
Mm,
but she took 12 years to bring me out to this world. She
right,
took
right,
12 years. 12 years. I was very adamant. No, Ila, I will not come out. Whatever I am, I am. I will be here like this. Well, no,
right,
Guruji, you have to spread your knowledge and you have to do something for the dilapidated planet. The planet is on the
right,
verge of extinction. So you should
right,
do, sir, the verge of extinction.
right,
So okay, I will come, but with one condition: I will not I will not attend any wedding ceremony. I will not attend any function.
right.
Wherever you need me for
Mhm.
any lectures or any
Yeah.
training,
Pravachan. Yeah.
I will be there. Otherwise, I will not be there.
Right,
Some
right.
conditions, I am here. in front of you.
That's amazing. So as we were talking, Sri Arjun ji, that this amazing Sat technology you have. So from what age can one start learning about it and start imbibing about it?
Anybody can from age is no age has no boundary. I am telling you, from
Okay.
the age of 3 you can start it,
Mm.
and if you are 50 or 60s you can start it. Brain
Okay.
is
Okay.
always ready. Brain is always telling, give
Mm.
me order, give me order, give me order. But we are not ready to give it order. If you give
Right.
it order, yes, I am giving you a space. Just you start
Right.
absorbing the consciousness. The
Right.
brain is ready, but our mind, silly mind, is not ready because we are too conditioned. That is the problem.
Too very true. Yeah.
Anybody can
Yeah.
do it. Anybody, even if anybody is 80s, in the 80s, he
Right.
or she can also do.
Okay, okay. So, as I was, when we were in conversation, we were talking about a lot of people feel that, after certain age, they lose their memory, especially short span memory, that they don't remember. So, does such technology also help in rebuilding your memory or gaining your memory? And does it work on that too?
If you ask this question in neuroscientist, not
Yes,
neurologist, there are lots of neurologists. They are my friend also. They
right.
also don't understand it. But if you ask the renowned neuroscientist, so
Mm.
what is the basic cause of losing the memory, Alzheimer or
Right,
dementia, whatever that I'm
right,
taking the name,
right, right.
they will tell the consciousness, the amount of consciousness when decrease in your brain,
Mm.
then all these things, memory loss or dementia, Alzheimer, what you can say, a medical term, they all they all attack you.
Right,
It is due to the consciousness.
right,
That means that with the aging, you are losing the power of consciousness.
right.
The amount of consciousness you need, there it is not there in your brain, in your
Right,
neural system.
right.
That's why it is happening. If you just
Okay.
enhance the level of consciousness, if you
Mm.
enhance the volume of consciousness in your brain, in your neural system, then it will go automatically. But
Correct.
that understanding should come in
Right.
the medical. But this is being uh, implemented in the Heart Math Institute in California. This science of consciousness is being
Right.
widely implemented.
Yes. Yes. I think even it's as we were speaking that it's also it's available in various universities abroad, like Stanford
I'm telling you,
University.
Stanford University, Heart Math Institute. It is not university. Oxford
Yeah.
and
Oxford. Yeah.
Harvard Medical
Right.
Department. There is a
Mm.
medical department also in the Harvard.
Right.
Those who are
Right.
conducting research,
Right.
consciousness. They also deal with consciousness.
Right. Right.
After the
Right.
Max Planck invented, the consciousness is the fundamental derivatives of
Right.
this existence.
Right.
If the consciousness changes, the derivatives of existence will be
Mm.
changed. That is
Right.
his research. So from
Mm-hmm.
that onwards, all that scientists are into this subject of consciousness. But unfortunate thing is that 99% of this world people don't understand what is consciousness. In the Western
Right.
and European countries, the whole world relate consciousness with the mind. That is the
Right.
that is the wrong thing. That is ignorance. That is ignorance.
Right.
don't relate don't relate consciousness with the mind.
Mm.
Mind is material like this peg, this body, but little subtler material. The
Right.
mind is subject to decay, this body is subject to decay, the mind also subject to decay, but consciousness is fundamental, eternal
Mm.
force.
Mm.
It was before, It was now, it will be there after the complete annihilation of this
Always be
entire
there.
universe. It will be there.
Yes.
That should be understood.
Right. Sri Arjun, we were talking about your name that you got, and as Arjun in Mahabharat played a very, very prominent role, and we have got Sri Arjun here, who is also playing an amazing role in making a difference to so many lives. And it's wonderful to see that, Sri Arjun, the work that you are doing, and the talks that you give, especially on your radio channels that you appear. And you are also an author. You have penned three books. That's Face Off, Midnight Dialogue, and Glimpse of Reality. And you also are you give your talks on Radio Public and Anchor FM,
Yes.
and I think all those talks are so relevant and so important in today's day and age. And I feel a lot of people, it's an it's spreading awareness to people about what consciousness is all about. And I think it's really something which everyone should take out that little bit of time and listen to Sri Arjun. He is very much available on social media, that is on Facebook and on Instagram, by his name, Sri Arjun. And his talks that come on the various radio channels, he always shares with all of us. So if any of you all want to hear it, it's always there on his uh, Instagram and Facebook handles. Please do go and have a look at it. Believe me, when you listen to it, when you hear it, when you get to know more about what consciousness is, it's a life-changing thing for everyone. So kindly do that. Sri Arjun, getting back to our conversation, these wonderful books that you have written. In fact, I was very intrigued and taken up with the titles of them. One is, of course, Face Off. Then you have uh, a Midnight Dialogue, and then you have Glimpse of Reality. So, are all these three books related to one another?
Yes,
And where?
related to one another. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All these book
Right,
related with consciousness.
right,
Consciousness,
right.
only consciousness.
Yes, yes.
But midnight dialogue is little different. It
Hmm.
is those who are on the higher side of spirituality,
Right,
for them, those who are on the
right,
higher side.
right,
But those who are on the initial stage, they
right.
should study, they should read face off, face off.
So a lot of people have this kind of, thinking, that if they have to walk in this path and learn more about it, but the most, I think, easily said thing is that the understanding is not there because the language that they use, we don't understand. What do you say about it, Shriyaj?
See, you need a perfect guru. First, when you are learning something new, you need a teacher, you
Right,
need a perfect guru. If a perfect guru is
right.
there,
Mm,
you will understand everything. I am
mm,
telling you one, what is Patanjali? When Patanjali wrote Patanjali Yoga Sutra 3500 years back, there was a monk, Patanjali. He didn't utter a single word. There are thousands of devotees waiting for him to listen, to hear
mm,
him, to
mm,
understand something from him. He should say something, but he
mm,
didn't utter any word. Just closed his eyes and sent everything within the devotees. That is the history of Yoga Sutra.
mm,
When perfect guru is there, na,
mm.
you don't need to understand anything. Already it happened within you. But guru must be the guru in a sense. But today I'll not take the name. There are many gurus. Every thoroughfares you will see a guru in every thoroughfares, every corners. That will not work. One entitled guru is required. If he or she is with you, everything will happen automatically. You don't
Right.
need to understand also. When I was 6 or 7 or 8 years old or 10 years old,
Mm.
that time we had no understanding. One day my guru told us, please come here. This squirrel, this squirrel is disturbing us. Every day this squirrel take away our fruit. There are lots of fruit. What we will do? What we
Yeah.
will do?
Mm.
So we started pelting stone. We
Oh,
started. What can you
yeah.
do more than that?
Right. Right.
Is a ninth, 10th standard boy,
Right. Right.
student,
Right.
come here, all sit. What I am doing. Next day, again, three, four squirrel came.
Mm.
See, just just stop the squirrel by your consciousness. By your consciousness. Can you do this? You don't understand what is consciousness? Well, let's see how I can do it. In the field of consciousness, you,
Mm.
me, the galaxies, the river, everything is one. There
Mm.
is no difference. Consciousness is singular. Consciousness is not plural. It is Dr. Suhani consciousness. It is Arjun consciousness. It is
Right.
her consciousness. No, it is singular. Just take you to that level of consciousness and just watch, stare at the squirrel.
Spirit.
Ananda did it.
Mm.
Ananda did it. The squirrel was totally stopped. Three squirrels totally stopped. Stood still. Then Ananda told, go away from here. Don't steal any food from here. Go, there are lots of food in the tree. Go and eat. All the squirrel go without taking any fruit.
Yeah.
So that kind of thing.
Right.
And since that time, from now, I have not taken a single medicine in my entire life. I have not taken a single medicine. Why? This is His grace. This is His blessing.
Yeah.
This is His presence. Still, He comes in my bedroom at night. Arjun, what you are doing? Have you? Are you waking up at 3 o'clock at night? Every day, I have to wake up at 3 o'clock night. Then I have to connect myself to that level of consciousness. That is
Right.
one of the spiritual practice. If
Mm.
I don't do in any
Mm.
way for some reason, he still comes in my bedroom. Arjun, wake up. I am here with you.
Right.
So this is the guru. This is the master. That kind of master, if one gets in her life or in his life, no understanding required. Everything will start happening with its own. That is my understanding of how I understood my spiritual journey. What you will understand.
Right. Right.
This is
That was
mobile. You can
yes.
understand it because it is
Right.
visible. But
Yes.
in
Totally.
the consciousness level, there is everything invisible. What you will
Mm.
understand? You have to realize. You have to enlighten yourself. You have to realize yourself.
Right.
That is.
So, this brings me to ask you that we all went through this entire phase of the pandemic. We all, where life came to a standstill. Nobody ever expected it, to happen. And just then, a lot of realization happened during that, especially during the lockdown period. people realize what was it to spend time with their family, what was it to spend time with their loved ones, what was it to just sit at home and do nothing, what was it, and then slowly, slowly, it started hurting them because they had no work to. And so there were a whole lot of emotions, turmoil, everything that they went through. And then, of course, now things started coming back to normalcy. And yesterday evening, our CM announced again that, you know, things have to be curtailed because the number of cases are increasing. So,
Yes.
what is your advice to people in such situations, Sri Arjun?
Just follow the government guidelines. है ना?
Right,
Simple government guidelines. Follow the government guidelines. Wear
right.
mask. Stay away from each other. Minimum
Mm,
distance. Distance
right,
yourself. Minimum 3 feet, 3 gaj, 3 years.
right,
I don't know. Follow the government guidelines. That's it. But
right.
pandemic itself, the root cause of pandemic. If we, the people of this world, don't need any further pandemic,
Mm,
there is a history.
mm.
Every 100 years there are one such pandemic. Every interval
Yes,
of every 100 years. Why?
yes,
Why? When the collective consciousness of the people of this world
right.
become very distorted, collective
Mm,
consciousness, you are
mm,
killing your brothers, you are killing your neighborhood, you are pounding bombs, you are trying to spread hegemony, your power.
mm,
These are all the distorted version of consciousness. If your collective consciousness of a nation of this world is distorted, then that kind of epidemic again will come. That kind of pandemic again will come.
mhm,
If you want to stop this pandemic from this face of this world, then one thing, just only 1%. If 1% of this world population upgrade their consciousness
mm,
to the fourth layer, then this kind of pandemic will not happen again. If 25 people in a city like Mumbai
mhm,
truly
mm.
establish themselves in the fourth layer of consciousness, the
Right.
entire Mumbai,
Mm,
the crime rate will be decreased, and the medical
mm,
medical patients, the number of patients will be decreased, abuse of drug will be decreased. If 1% of people of this planet practice consciousness, then everything will be correct. 1%. I'm not telling you the entire
yeah,
world.
yeah,
1%.
yeah.
Only 1%. This is the survey from Harvard University. I'm not telling from my own. It is the
Right,
survey from Harvard University.
right. So we really are very, very hopeful, Sri Arjun, with people like you around. A lot of lives have changed. A lot of lives have rather transformed. And as you said, that yes, in schools and colleges, uh, one subject which should be added is the subject of consciousness. Because the
Yes.
earlier you begin with it, the earlier you start it, the earlier you know it, the earlier you understand it, it will
Yes.
make
Yes.
a huge difference, not only
Yes.
to your life, but to life of people around you. So we
Yes.
are extremely hopeful that Sri Arjun, with your presence, that change, that rather, I'm sorry, the transformation is definitely going to take place. And we see, and we are very hopeful that it will take place very soon. So Sri Arjun is going to start his online course in on May 1st, and very soon the details will be out. If you need to contact him and connect with him, you can connect with him on his social media handles, that's Instagram and Facebook, by his name Sri Arjun itself. And also, as you can see behind Sri Arjun, it's written WhatsApp technology, dawn of new era. His email ID is very much given out there at divine consciousness at gmail.com, right? Sri
Yes,
Arjun, that's it.
yes, yes, yes.
And you can definitely connect with him. And he does take one-to-one sessions too. So do connect with him because you need to know what consciousness is all about, and you need to know it yourself. And how you will get to know? Only when you connect with Sri Arjun. So do that, people. Thank you very much for being on our show, for gracing my talk show. It's really an honor, Sri Arjun, that you came on my show. And we are hopeful that everyone out here who attended, who watched our show, and there are lots more people who will watch it later also, have had and have learned a lot today, thanks to you. As I say in every of my talk show, all you wonderful people, thank you for supporting my talk show, Cheddar Chet at Suvi's Power Meet, in collaboration with Grant You here. Please stay safe, look after yourselves, and please be positive. And the most important thing is that if there is anything worrying you, please don't keep it bottled up within you. Kindly share it with a friend you trust, your inner circle, or share it with a family member. But by keeping it bottled up, it's only going to harm your health. If you share it, it's going not only going to help you because you can solve it, and also if somebody else is going through the same problem, you can help them. And before I leave, as I always say, look after your health because if you look after your health, you can look after your families. So do that. Kindly go to my YouTube channel. That's Dr. Suhani Mendonsa. Please do like, share, subscribe, and comment. Yes, comment because your feedback is indeed very valuable to us. Thank you once again, Sri Arjunji. Thank you for coming once again
Namaste,
on my
namaste,
talk show.
namaste.
Thank you. God bless everyone and have a great evening ahead and a great week ahead.